Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm Brooke Kromer. This is TwoGun. Welcome to week 6 of TwoGun's Pick-6 party. TwoGun, how are we feeling today?
I'm feeling tired. My son's normal, like he does this thing where he has to be in bed with mommy and daddy in the middle of the night, and normally that's mommy's problem because he's like all about mommy, and he like kicks mommy and spoons mommy and like takes it all on her, and she wakes up and she's like, oh shit, like we got to, but like for whatever reason he's like decided to go the other direction lately, and he's like kicking me and like hitting me and taking it out on me. So it's just like
That's tough.
like asking her like, how'd you sleep? She's like, actually I slept pretty well last night. I'm like, huh.
Yeah, good for you.
So I'm like, this is somehow the roles got reversed. Like I like that male privilege or daddy privilege or whatever it was before. Like, like I don't know why the universe is like switching it all up on me. Like I understood that I had it easier. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a Grinch thing where they're like, oh, you need to know what it's like to be the other.
You need to feel.
No, I do. I had it easier. I appreciate it. Like, why can't I keep it that way? Like,
yeah, you got to put in your time at some point.
I got like 20 drinks because after the show, I got my other show with Alex for FT and stuff. So you got to pay up
on the coffee.
Yeah. But yeah, we got 2 shows. I'm excited. It's an interesting slate.
Yeah, it sure is.
I do believe you have an announcement you need to make about how Tuesday is one of the most important days of the year.
Tuesday is very important. It is TwoGun's birthday. Everybody claps for TwoGun. Happy birthday!
I think I'm 42. It's like we're getting to the ages where it's like you forget.
It doesn't matter.
Like, I thought I was 42 already, so it's like a free birthday.
Hey, that's a great way to look at it.
A month ago, I'm like, I think I'm 42, and I'm like, wait a second, I'm only 41. Now I'm 42.
Now we are. Hey, that's a great way to look at it. I like your outlook.
Like my age in reverse, right? You're probably like 24 or something like that. I don't know.
They're 28, but we were close.
I wasn't even trying to get out of you. I'll just trying to be like cute and make a compliment, but okay. Like, you're like, I don't care.
At this age, we're still young. It doesn't matter. I'm in my 20s. We're doing good. All right, it's your birthday Tuesday. Does this affect things? Because I know that you spend a lot of money in this house. You got to win.
It doesn't fall on a football day. Like, do I get my football day today, tomorrow, or is it next Sunday?
I think that today will be your birthday wins. Got to put some money towards the houses. So this is important. You got to win so you can get the extra paint, the extra trim.
Wallpaper in that media room, man. It's getting real out here. Getting around here on the street. Specifically my TwoGun Way Street. It's getting real on that street.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. We got to get the wallpaper. We got to get the, when you build a house for dear viewer, so the way it works with a construction loan is like the builder says, hey, this house is going to cost so-and-so, and they give you an allowance for each thing. And if you go over the allowance, it doesn't like increase the loan. You don't pay it over 30 years. You got to pay it right now. So it's like this room's going to cost you $25,000. Okay, actually the room's going to cost you $125,000. We need the $100,000 right now. And you're like, oh, and they're like, let's talk about this room. Let's talk about that room. So that's how construction loans work. It's getting real.
Getting real. We have to win today. We got to win today. I like how we're tying in a real estate career to this.
We're going to have to talk about this wallpaper. Actually, no, that wallpaper is the wife thing. I'm going to sit down, and I already had to get rid of this thing in my media room where the ceiling is like stars. Like you're in like a planetarium type shit. And like,
we're taking a step back.
And they're like, oh yeah, this is $26,000. I was like, yeah, sorry.
Maybe not.
Oh yeah, sorry, but Amari Cooper has not been catching those touchdown passes. Like no stars for TwoGun.
No stars. No.
Yeah.
Blame it on Amari.
It's not my fault. It's not. Don't blame me. Blame Amari. You blame Deshaun Watson because he sucks.
There you go.
Understanding sunk cost bias or whatever. You learn in college, like it's like you did something, so you keep doing it, even though it's stupid because you already did it, and you have to like tell yourself to keep doing it because you like don't want to feel like you wasted all your money and wasted all your time. That's like the Browns and Deshaun Watson,
Exactly. Yeah, tough for them. Glad we're not my team.
In 6, Brooke.
Yes. All right. We got to hear about this new FTN Pick-6 tool.
Oh
This is
yeah,
a big day. I want to hear about
yeah.
it. Tell the
So
people.
you don't have to listen to my picks anymore. You can actually go with
Let's
FTN's.
go.
They like simulate all these games using all our data and all this nerd shit, and it kind of helps you know. All right, I'm going to present to you, and it's as a free tool.
Makes life
All
easy,
you gotta do
honestly.
is, if you want to keep this Pick-6 stuff free on FTN, you gotta play Pick-6, and if you play Pick-6, you better make sure that they know you came from FTN, because otherwise, then we're gonna have to like paywall this stuff. So
Yeah.
use promo code FTN whenever you
Use the
join
promo code.
yeah, because otherwise we're paywalling all this stuff like come next year. So
All right, help us out, people. FTN. That's the promo code you're putting in today
yeah,
when you
especially with
sign up
the
for
Pick-6 stuff,
Pick-6.
you better tell them TwoGun or Brooke or FTN sent you. So and
Absolutely.
let's see. Okay, let's see. That's the Pick-6 page. Okay, I'm actually
Yep.
getting kind of
Help
good.
us help
All right,
you.
all right. I've been told to. Alex told me about how to make my screen bigger.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
So,
Thank you, Alex.
yeah, Boomer, like Alex is in charge of Boomer TwoGun. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, it's like he's kind of like my son that like tells me like, no, don't. That's not how it is, TwoGun. Like he's trying to like walk me across the street and be like, no, you can't say that, TwoGun. No, this is how you use the computer, TwoGun. No, that's a spoon food, TwoGun. You need a knife for that. It's stuff like that. Anyways, so let's talk about like, let's just look at like you can look at all the games and it does a rating based on how much it likes something. But I find the easiest way is to go game by game to consume the information. Otherwise, you're just seeing a whole heck of a lot. And
Right.
there's really not many games per each slate, right? Let's not talk about the game that just kicked off. Let's talk about the Browns versus the Eagles, because I brought up Deshaun Watson, right?
Great.
All right. So first it says pass yards, right? And it projects Jalen Hurts for actually to be a little bit under, and it projects Deshaun Watson to be a teeny tiny bit over. Which one of those do you want to go with, Brooke? Which one of these picks do you want to go with? Or do you want to go against the FTN and go the other side?
Let's try it.
Which
You're
one?
right on the line. So let's go. I don't think you want Deshaun Watson to break your heart. So
Okay, we'll go.
go Hurts.
Yeah.
We just talked about Deshaun Watson breaking your heart.
Breaking
So
my heart. So, anyways, so obviously we're going Deshaun Watson over yards. So now we'll go with reception yards. Who should we pair him with? All right, there's David Njoku. There's Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is basically right as projection. David Njoku seems pretty good.
let's go with him. Let's go with a sure bet. We already talked about Amari Cooper.
I wouldn't call it anything sure with Deshaun Watson. But, so you can see it basically says
True.
Deshaun Watson and David Njoku. Deshaun Watson, 54.1% chance on its own. David Njoku, 70%. But because these are very correlated, instead of it being roughly, if these were independent events, let's talk nerd, it'd be closer to like 36, 37% for both to happen if they're independent, right? If like they're on different teams. But because they're correlated, it's about 46.2% chance to happen, right? Now, if we want to make a three-person one and throw in Amari Cooper, you can see the correlation goes up even more. Even though Amari Cooper's just 51% chance to hit, because it's correlated with these other ones, the whole thing is 30.8%. Now, do we want to stick? How about we stick with the same game?
Yeah.
Because you have to add another team, okay? So let's just see. Like, let's take Saquon. Saquon's about 50-50. So if we go Saquon over, we can see how the win percentage is now 15.7. It's not quite as correlated. So let's just say, should we do Saquon over under? This was Saquon. It says over is 15.7 overall. Now Saquon under is it's about the same. So it kind of saying it does not matter what you do with Saquon.
I like the over.
Let's just say we went straight up with Jalen Hurts under or Jalen Hurts lower. It'd be 17.9%. You know, and if we went with Jalen Hurts 17.9% more, yeah, and again, it's about the same. So it's really more about how you correlate it with other stuff.
Right.
So it puts that we do Jalen Hurts under, and then a Jalen Hurts. Let's just say you're a big Browns fan for whatever reason. Should we go with under? Should we go with Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown? Let's go with AJ Brown. You have yourself a little 5-person stack, and you can see how it's the correlation bonus changes and stuff. I kind of wonder what it would be if we went with Jalen Hurts. Now I'm just kind of playing with it. You see how fun it is?
I like it.
Like I'm just
it's
totally
so fun.
And I am playing with this. You see?
This is what we want. We're playing Pick-6 party. This is what we want.
It's a Pick-6 party, and I am playing with my tool. My toy says to go for the shootout. Even though the tool basically says AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts are roughly the same. Even Jalen Hurts is probably should be under. But if you're going to pair him as a game stack, it's probably better to go over. Mm-hmm. So anyways, these are just ways, play with the tool, play with the correlation bonus. I wouldn't put a ton of stock on their win percentage. Just don't take it to the bank. Be like, I better win 10.9% of the time. That's just not the way the world works. But the correlation bonus is a little bit more truthful because, it's running simulations and stuff like that, and it's using past data. So you have a better idea of what's correlated and what's not using this fun time Pick-6 tool. And
this can either save you a lot of time or you're just going to go down the rabbit hole and it's going to eat up your whole Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's what we like.
Here's the thing about rabbit holes is once you reach a certain age, once you hit 40, you're allowed more rabbit holes. That's just the way the world works.
I'll write that rule down.
It's just it's like a right or something like that, You're not really allowed rabbit holes in your 20s. You get a few in your 30s, but once you hit 40s, and it's when you're in the 70s or 80s, that's when it's just rabbit hole central.
Just go.
You got to go in the rabbit hole with them. That's to be a good grandkid or son or whatever. So
I'll just take my quick picks.
Great way to kind of flesh out some good, take your time, create some good, correlated plays, and spend some time in the rabbit hole,
I like it. As long as you're making your Pick-6, we're good. All right, tell me about these afternoon games. How does this change your picks with fewer games going on?
Okay. So, the afternoon games. There's fewer games, right?
Yeah.
With Pick-6, there's two things to think about. There's a few things to think about, right? Is it a good pick? Do you want to touch Deshaun Watson? Well, you don't want Deshaun Watson touching you. Do you really want to touch Deshaun Watson? There's the pick.
The jokes.
This is part of it, okay?
The jokes.
The correlation, which is I just showed, with using the Pick-6 tool and stuff like that. The third thing is the payouts. How much do you have to split the pot with other people? Because that's how you make the money is when you don't have to split the pot with as many people.
I don't want to split the pot.
It just sucks. I'd be like, I finally got a 6 out of 6, and everyone else gets the right thing too. But then it's like the 63x, and you're like, damn, that's how I got it. That's when you make the money. So I think the fewer the games, the more crazy the payouts go. You have a few games, and they all shoot out, and everyone scores a touchdown. You're getting the minimum. You are getting the minimum. But you have a few games, and they're just wham. It's just a whole lot of wham. And the few picks that people light all bust. That's when you might make the money. So I kind of like these 4-game ones. I just need to be a little bit smarter about making nice correlated picks that are a little bit different. And it's not just necessarily taking lessons. It's maybe using completions or receptions or just stuff
changing it up a bit. So which game are you leaning towards in that afternoon window? Or are you mixing them up? Are you taking players from different teams? How are you stacking these?
All right. Let's see if I can click
Give us a nice
button
stack.
twice. That's a lot for me.
It's a big day, everyone.
You're asking a lot. Okay.
TwoGun's getting technical.
Okay. So we're gonna look at just the games. All right. Because here you got yourself a really boring, terrible game. You got yourself actually you got two really boring, terrible games.
Great.
Fur game, Chargers game, terrible, terrible games. You know, I think this Atlanta Carolina game is gonna be solidly terrible. This game's gonna be terrible. And then you have this fun Detroit Dallas game. Honestly, I think maybe attacking these terrible games is the way to go because everyone's gonna want to steam their opinion on this Detroit Dallas game.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, Brooke.
Go down the path least traveled.
Yeah. So let's go back to the tool. All right. For those, I got to figure out how to share. I'm going to share the screen again. I'm going to share the tool screen. All right. Okay. All right. So which game do you want to do, Brooke? Which of those boring games do you want to do? Do you want to do Chargers game? Do you want to do the Steelers game? Or the Atlanta game?
I'm feeling Atlanta Panthers.
Okay.
You're like, that's not.
You're like, I'm going to choose the boring game that's like the least boring. Like, you didn't want to go full on boring. You're like, don't go full on
boring.
You don't want to go full boring. Okay. All right. Now, all right. I tell you what, it starts out by basically saying you can have the fun stack with the Kirk Cousins and go the Moore route, or you can go the sad route with the Andy Dalton less. That's probably be less traveled. Which one do you want to go, bro?
Less traveled. We're going less traveled.
Oh, you're going the sad stack. Okay. We're going Andy Dalton. All right.
So, we're trying to win. We're trying to take on the most of the
points. Completions or Andy Dalton? Actually, it likes Andy Dalton more on completions, just less yards. Do you want to do Andy Dalton less yards, right? Okay.
Sure.
So what should we compare that with? What should we like stack that with? Like, which of his receivers do you want to hate on? Do you want to hate? I mean, Deontay Johnson's got kind of a decent, looks like he wants to go more. Do you want to compare that with?
I'm going to go with the more. Give me.
But you want less on Andy Dalton, so you got to go less.
You're right. We got to stack correctly. All right. Yeah. Give us a less.
We can go down to like some of these other guys. You can pick on Jonathan Mingo. You can pick on Chuba Hubbard, Jatavian Sanders, or you can just be like, nah, I don't think Deontay Johnson's going to get there. How do you want to go about this, bro? Just spitball me some names that you want to
go with the last Sun one. Go with the I can't see it at all because I'm completely blind. You're going to have to help me out.
Already, we got. Why does it say correlation bonus of that? Of less. Okay, let's just keep adding names. All right, I'm gonna get that correlation bonus up there. You know what? It did not like me. You know what? You know what it's saying? It's saying, Brooke. It's saying don't do this one. Maybe it's saying don't do this one. I don't know.
Well, then don't do it. Hey, you gotta listen to the tool.
Don't do this one. Okay, maybe I won't do this one then. All right.
Listen to the tool. This is what we're teaching people today. Listen to the FTN.
All right, maybe we'll go with Miles Sanders less reception yards. And we'll go with Andy Dalton less reception yards. What does it think about that? Okay, it kind of likes that one. It likes that one a little bit. The question is,
what the tool wants.
It might need. I think it's just that it just doesn't like his receivers. It just doesn't like his receivers.
And I don't either.
This one, it's you get a little bit of a correlation bonus nonetheless. But let's go to a different boring game. How about the Steelers Raiders?
All right, fine.
All right, fine. Okay. It is very neutral on these guys. It's slightly on the under. How about we just go with Aiden O'Connell under? And here's the thing. It kind of likes his guys. So if we went with Trey Tucker under, it really wants to go.
Not liking it.
It really wants Trey Tucker over. It really wants Brock Bowers over. And then It's really just telling you it really wants to go over on these guys.
It doesn't like the boring games as much as I don't like the boring games.
I don't know. Maybe I just need to click it. I mean, I just need to like refresh it or something like that. Because anyways, it seems to be breaking the tool a little bit here, but
because you're going boring. No one wants to.
Yeah, maybe we gotta
do it.
Okay, let's just go with the Kirk Cousins stack. Okay, let's just go with a plain old Kirk Cousins stack. Put with Kyle Pitts, put him with Darnell Mooney. You got yourself a nice little correlation bonus. Okay,
this is what it wants.
That's what it wants. That's what it wants.
Give the tool what it wants.
Maybe we're just giving the tool what it wants. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say, but. Maybe he's trying to say is you can only go so boring, and don't overthink your boring. It's just because like I guess after you have to think about it, right? Like at the end of the day, like if Chuba Hubbard gets 15 yards versus 18 yards, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter towards Andy Dalton's 222 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what the tool is saying, right? So I think sometimes going the receptions and the completions routes is the easier way. Like, let's just say we want to hate on Kirk Cousins and we want to go under there. I think maybe that's the way to go. Although it does like these guys' receptions, but it doesn't really like Ray McCloud. It doesn't really like Bijan. It doesn't really like this one that much at all. I don't know what to say. It's not liking the under so much. Maybe if I just
neither do I.
I don't know what to say. There we go.
It doesn't want you to be boring today.
I get the tiniest of correlation bonuses, but it's basically saying like you're probably not going to win. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see what it says because sometimes
I love it,
and they aren't as correlated as you think.
I have to go now and recheck all of my.
That's kind of what the tool is saying sometimes, to be honest. Like. Maybe don't overthink kind of play with it because you might think that some stuff is more correlated than it is.
Yeah. I think our people are going to like this tool. It'll be fun. Figure it out this week. See how it works for you.
Think you know what you're doing and you think you're making something correlated and the tool's just like, you know what? No, it doesn't really matter. That's kind of
true.
Insane.
Well, see how it goes for you this week.
I don't like when people tell me I'm wrong, but damn, the tool's telling me I'm wrong sometimes, and maybe that's why like some of my lines have been losing.
Hey, maybe the tool's gonna help you get that wallpaper.
But I tell you what, if I'm being told I'm wrong, it's generally better when it's from a blonde woman. My wife tells me I'm wrong. It feels better. It feels okay. You tell your boyfriend he's wrong a lot, and he takes it okay.
Yeah, sometimes. Not always.
He's still younger, so he's got that he's still got that life left in him. He's not like beaten down yet. Type situation. He's
not there quite yet.
Yeah,
all right, TwoGun.
35 and of course your second kid. That's when it kicks in. All right. Well, I gotta get on with Alex.
You gotta get him another game.
We're mainly going to be talking about the slate on DraftKings, but play with the tool if you're playing with Pick-6. If you play the main slate of DFS, subscribe to the daily section, and that's how you get to see Alex and my show. And we'll talk about our GPP scores and stuff like that. And we'll talk again this next week.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, good luck. Go play with the tool and let us know how it goes. Remember promo code FTN when you're signing up. Have a great day and good luck. Happy betting.